A few instructions about using the YouTube viewer. Let's remember that you have several different screen sizes here. You have this normal size, then we have a little bit larger size, and we can even make it full size and then use escape to bring us back. The other thing I'd like to point out is that these slides run about 3 seconds each, so it will probably be best for you to view a slide, start the presentation, and when we get to a meaningful slide, then pause it, read the content on the slide, and then start it again. So here's the next one, and we'll pause that, read the content, and then down here we start it up again. OK BSA is a program that will save countless dollars and hours of work for people and companies wishing to use images, video, mobile codes, and other rich content to increase sales by using the latest technologies. The ability to benefit is dependent upon companies complying with the standards. Therefore, OK BSA explains benefits, and it provides training and education on the standards and a validation process in 5 sessions called Getting Started series. Once your company is registered and become an OK BSA company, it will be entitled to display the OK BSA logo. In this session, we will briefly review the goals to perpetuate a unified vision of OK BSA. Then we'll explain what OK BSA does and does not do, what you are asked to do, who and what is involved in how the pieces of the puzzle fit together, the importance of person-to-person contact, and finally, the steps to complying with and using the standards. The goal is to enable OK BSA companies to get the right content to the right person in a form that they can use. Because sharing content will reduce costs, increase sales, find and reach new customers, improve service throughout the entire BSA supply chain, support e-commerce, and support mobile applications. Basically, we want to enable our trading partners to use new content or update existing content. Since it is important to have the specific information correctly linked to the specific product, we will tag content data with the EAN UPC number, the product name, and the manufacturer's SKU. What OK BSA does: checks your data format with approved industry standards. We all need to play with the same rules. These are the rules agreed to by the largest and the smallest players in the industry. It also removes redundancy. Suppliers and buyers both have the same complaint. We do the same things over and over and over again, and it all adds costs but no benefits. And we want to eliminate additional staff work. There are just not enough hours in the day. People could be creative rather than doing and redoing the same boring tasks. What OK BSA does not do: it does not check against specifications not in the approved industry standards. Double negative? Well, OK BSA only deals with what your trading partners have agreed to. Does not validate additional requirements by wholesalers or other customers or groups. OK BSA recognizes that these guidelines do not cover all the aspects of business, so they are not intended to interfere with or restrict additional needs. And it does not check for quality or goodness, since that's in the eyes of the beholder. What is a good picture? What is the best consumer content? OK BSA cannot address those issues. Like many companies, you're probably saying, what does the industry want from me? Well, they want you to support the standards activity. Get registered. Show that your company is part of the solution, not part of the problem. You can do this online at the end of the session. Begin to use the standards. Get the appropriate people in your organization on board. If your company has been supplying non-compliant content, start to comply today. Understanding that BSA must cover the costs of the standards efforts, both United Stationers and SP Richards have agreed to support the program, knowing the program is in its infancy at this time and much remains to be done. Encourage other companies to participate. The more that participate and the sooner that they get involved, the faster and the greater the payback. Invest in your future. Your check of $400 plus $1 per SKU to a maximum amount for BSA members of $3,000 is important. The maximum amount for non-BSA members is $6,000. Others have invested thousands to create the standards because they know their company is wasting money and wasting time each year. How are we going to do this? If you're going to solve a puzzle, it helps to see a picture of the finished product and to know that you have all of the pieces and how the puzzle fits together. The Content Management Committee reviewed the best practices and established the standards to support them. Standards and best practices are being introduced to our supply chain through OK BSA, and our OK BSA companies can enjoy the benefits. OK BSA companies provide a common meeting ground for those who want to take advantage of our new capabilities. There are coordinators who will be the point of contact within each company, a directory to facilitate human-to-human content, education sessions like this that tell what needs to be done and how to enjoy the benefits, and then there is a field definition and file template that enables the passing of content so companies can take advantage of all those new technologies. It is vital to the BSA supply chain to maximize sales and profitability by using the best practices that employ the latest technology. Those technologies, and any new ones, are dependent upon the capability within a company to pass information in the form of digital content. OK BSA was established to enable OK BSA companies to use the latest technologies by first establishing effective person-to-person and then system-to-system communication based on standards to which all OK BSA companies will voluntarily comply. In order for companies to prosper, people within them need to work together to develop plans for strategies, programs, and campaigns. Then the people need to share the content necessary to implement the plan. OK BSA provides the standards to enable the passing of digital content, but it also provides a directory so companies can see just what a trading partner offers in the way of content and have a way to reach the appropriate person when questions arise. Each OK BSA company has a responsibility to register with OK BSA, learn the standards, comply with the standards, and designate an OK BSA coordinator. Complex issues must be simplified. OK BSA addresses this by having a single point of contact and then providing a set of standards specifically adopted to meet certain needs. The OK BSA coordinator does not need to be a technical person, but is a point of contact within a company who will act like a switchboard operator. The coordinator connects questions or new information to the right person within the organization. They must have an understanding of the company's needs for digital content and a working knowledge of the OK BSA program. The OK BSA coordinator is really a key to the success of the entire program. So now we'll take a quick review of the steps in the OK BSA process. It begins with registration, and then preparing a standard content file, validating that file, and then maintaining compliance with the standards. Everything that we have reviewed here is supported with documents and resources at the BSA website. You can scan the QR code to the right or go to businesssolutionsAssociation.com. Then follow the link under Industry Standards, Applying the Standards. That takes you to the section of the web that provides the step-by-step activities, including links to other video presentations, slides, and other documents that will help you get started and stay up to date.